everyone, it's your girl Mary Leandra, and welcome to my channel, All Things Zaftig. Now today, honey, we're going to be talking about how COVID changed my life. Now, I know when you hear that, you're expecting to hear something negative, but yeah, not from here. And another thing, we are outside today. It's so beautiful out here. I'm going to pay for it later, but right now it's really nice and I needed to be outside. You may hear birds chirping, you may hear the wind blowing, you may hear cars, you may hear my air conditioning unit back there, but hey, we outside. Now, I did this yesterday. I recorded this video yesterday, but somehow I deleted it. I was having so much issues with getting this video out. With my belief system, like, I feel it's something that needs to be heard. So here I am recording it again because I was just gonna, be like, forget it. I'll wait until next week to do something else. But yeah, you're gonna hear this today. So let's start with the freedom that I have gained with this whole pandemic situation. I'm not working, so I'm able to be home and have the freedom to do the things that I made excuses for doing when I was working. I have the freedom to be here with my children, to catch up with them, especially my youngest one. He's 14 and he's the baby of the bunch, and I missed a lot of his games and just not being fully present as a parent because of work, as well as with my other ones as well. But he's the baby, so. But yeah, so having this time to be able to be here with him is it's doing great things for me. Being tied down to work, I missed 2 opportunities. I had 2 opportunities to intern with Jay Bowen. I got accepted to be his intern twice. Yeah, twice. But I couldn't do it because I was working, and the way my schedule was set up, I didn't have time to, go and intern with anybody. So that was a missed opportunity for me. And if you know, I love fashion, and I do in the future want to start up a style agency. And I thought that would be, great ground for me, but it was a door that was closed for me due to having to work. So I feel like with this opportunity of being home, I'm able to have that space to get back into my element, because when I'm working for other people, I feel like my creativity is dead, it's shot. Like, I'm so consumed in working. Like, I work like 2 or 3 jobs sometimes, and I was so consumed with working that I neglected my creativity. So now that I'm, I have that freedom to be home, like, my creativity is just going and going and going and going. And I'm just coming up with so many things. Like, I started my YouTube channel, for instance, and I also did my 2 journals. And I have other things that, that are going to come out later on in the year, but I'm going to work on this first. And also, just the freedom to be still, you know what I'm saying, and get to the root of a lot of pain, a lot of things that have bothered me and affected me in my life. Not being able to be still and do that, put a dent in certain aspects of my life, like my relationship, my self-sabotage, and just being a procrastinator and not fully standing in my truth. And with this opportunity, I have the time to start healing. I've been on healing journey for like almost 2 months now, and it's a lot of things have changed with that 2 months because I'm fully present. I'm not consumed by working and doing this and this and this. I'm able to be fully present within myself and dig up those roots to the pain and the trauma of everything that happened, in my childhood and my past relationships, and self-sabotage that I did to myself. And it's still a journey. I'm still on this journey. I'm not completely there, but I'm further than what I was, and I can honestly say that it's a great feeling. You know, you can say that you're, for instance, you can wear all these crystals or whatever, but they have no meaning if you're not doing the work inside that's needed to be done to allow, the universe to work in your favor. So, I realized that I was blocking my own success, blocking my own manifestations from coming to me because of a lot of the stuff that I haven't healed, and me just personally being in my own way. I'm not gonna blame it on anybody else because it's me. It's up to me. But during this time, I've been able to, like I said, to heal a few things. I've been able to, speak my truth, to stand in my truth, and to live my, my path, go on my life path, being authentic to myself and being true to who I am. Because before, like, I'm such a people pleaser. Like, I like to make people happy. I don't like to tell people no, and I rarely speak up, when I disagree with something. And that's something else that's been, that blocks, you from things from getting to you, because you're not, speaking your truth, and you're blocking the things that are trying to get to you from getting to you because you're so cluttered with all this other stuff. So I've started expressing myself more. I've set boundaries for myself, healthy boundaries. I, let my values be known. I'm not gonna tell you yes when I really mean no. If I disagree with you, I'm gonna speak up and tell you I disagree with you. You may get an explanation, and you may not get an explanation. That's totally up to me. But I'm gonna speak my truth, and I'm gonna be true and authentic to who I am, because I feel like I've been living my life according to how everyone else wanted me to live it. Because people set you to certain standards, and they have so many expectations of you, and you feel like you're a failure if you don't live up to those standards, or if you step out of that box that they put you in. But hey, people are gonna judge you, people are gonna talk about you, whether you're doing it their way or you doing it your way. So it's just best to do it your way, because at the end of the day, you only hurting yourself. And that's what I was doing. I was doing a lot of self-sabotaging from, holding a lot of stuff in. And, a lot of the roots, the root to a lot of these illnesses is self-sabotage. We stress ourselves crazy. It causes anxiety, panic, cancers, and all this type of stuff because we're self-sabotaging yourself. And then, like, for me, like, I had a cancer scare from my thyroid. I had enlarged nodules on my thyroid, and I got it tested because it was a cancer scare, but it came out negative. So I realized that I did that to myself by not expressing my truth, by not fully speaking up for myself, and it blocked all that in my throat chakra right there. So now I'm not gonna do that to myself anymore. I'm gonna speak my truth. I wear my crystals, my Amazonite. It's a crystal that helps you to openly communicate freely and to express yourself. So I wear that, and yeah, when I wear it, I kind of talk a lot. So sometimes I try not to wear it too much, because I be talking to people like I don't even really talk to, but yeah, I be talking to them. But it's a different story. But yeah, so yeah, speak your truth, and that's something that I've learned during this pandemic. Also, I've learned to enjoy the little things in life. Like, I always enjoy the little things in life, but I also feel like if I'm not where I want to be, or if things aren't going my way, they're not here right when I want them to go, then life is just crazy. Life is just so out of hand. But now I know to just sit, be still, and trust the process. And stop trying to force things to happen that's, coming to you. They take time. But me, I wanted it like this. I wanted that microwave stuff. So it kind of discouraged me, and I quit a lot of things that I start because I don't see the progress that I want or the results that I want. So it kind of discourages me. But now I'm taking time to just sit back and be still and just let things flow naturally as they're supposed to. Another thing that this pandemic has taught me was to regroup, just to be still and regroup. Because like I said, I was working 2 and 3 jobs at one point. At one point I have 4. Yeah, I have 4. I had 1 full-time job, and then I was doing 3 mini part-time jobs. And that was just to keep my mind busy from everything that was going on, and just trying to run away from everything that I was going through at that time. And I lost myself in working. I wasn't really spending time with my kids. Like, I neglected my relationship, and it was just like, it was all bad. Yeah, my kids barely saw me. I would leave at like 7:30 in the morning and wouldn't get home till like almost 10 o'clock at night. That was all bad. And I would be so tired. I didn't have any energy to do anything with my children. And, so this has given me that time to be still, to regroup, and to get my shit together, to get my thoughts together. I've been doing a lot of journaling to sort those thoughts out. I've been doing a lot of meditating. I've been doing a lot of expressing myself, getting everything out of there, decluttering, and just healing me from head to toe. And I think that's really important because, like I said, it's not healthy to sit and carry all that. So yeah, I was even slipping into depression, y'all, because, and it was me. It was my own fault why I was slipping into depression. It wasn't nobody else did to me or no one else's fault. It was me. I was self-sabotaging myself. So, yeah, I've learned to just be still and to regroup, to take this time out and just to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm not hurting for anything, I'm not working, but I made great financial decisions at the beginning of the year to where I'm set up now. And it's crazy because, like, I kept getting intuitions to save money, Mary, save you that money, put that money up, Mary. And now I see why, because I left my job for one, and then this whole pandemic thing came around. So basically, the universe was setting me up for this. So I'm good right now, I'm comfortable. And I don't have the urge to go out and find work again right now. I just don't feel the spirit of lack right now. I have the spirit of plenty. Like, everything I need is here, and I don't have to go searching for it. So yeah, that's been something that's good to me, to be, just to be able to be still, and listen and be obedient. And I feel that with this whole pandemic, if everybody just took that time to sit their asses down, be still, listen, like, all the answers to your issues are just, it's right there. You just have to be still and be willing to receive it. And another example for that is, for like almost a year now, I've been trying to apply for food stamps, right? Don't need them. I want them, because who doesn't want free money? So, but I always got denied. So I'm like, this time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna apply again. I don't got a job. I'm gonna get approved. They denied me, and I was like, how, Sway? Like, I have no income coming in. Like, how? But I now understand. the universe isn't going to give me something like food stamps when I'm trying to manifest this type of lifestyle. It just doesn't line up. So, no, I'm not going to get them. And normally I would apply and apply and apply, but this time I'm not going to apply because I know that's not lining up with the purpose, with my purpose. It's not lining up with the life I'm trying to manifest. I can't be on government assistance and want to be, making this amount of money and living this kind of lifestyle on food stamps. It just does not line up. I'm not knocking anybody who do get food stamps because, hey, if I could, I would. But I can't. They always deny me. But I understand why now. But that's another reason to just sit, be still, and listen to God or whatever higher power that you have. And all the answers are right there. You just got to be willing to listen and, to receive it. And so, yeah, I just been doing a lot of being still, a lot of meditating, a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of unlearning old systems, that I learned growing up that doesn't align with who I am today. And with that being said, like, another thing that I decided to do was not hide my journey, my spiritual journey. I've been on a spiritual journey for when I moved to Vegas, so about 11 years now. And I've always hid the fact that I was on, I'm a spiritual person because of I grew up in church. I grew up a Baptist. And with the, fear of being judged or being categorized as such, this and demonic and, put in a box. But, that's once again when I'm being authentic and true to myself. So to be true to myself, I have to be, true about my beliefs and, what I actually stand for. And I'm human. I love God. I just don't do religion. And I feel that, my journey is my journey. And can nobody tell me my journey? Can no one tell me how to connect with God? Can nobody tell me how to have a relationship with God? And can nobody tell me how I get to God? You know what I mean? So I just decided, you know what? I don't care anymore. I am who I am. I'm not going to hide that fact that I am who I am. So there you go. I'm Mary Leandra and I am spiritual. You know what I mean? I like burning sage. I like wearing my crystals. I like meditating, and sometimes I like speaking to my ancestors. I believe in all things that God created, the universe. I admire the moon. I admire the sun. I admire nature. You know what I mean? Mother Earth. And it's just like, I don't care anymore what anybody thinks. People gonna judge you regardless. But you can judge me all you want. Just respect me. Let me get one thing straight though. I don't force anything on my kids. Let's get that straight. Okay? My journey is my journey. I'm a parent of free will. I allow my kids to make their own decisions, make their own choices, make their own mistakes, to learn from their mistakes, but I'm still going to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they're religious, and that's okay. I'm not, and I'm not going to down talk what they believe in because that's just not me. So just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, y'all hear? Did y'all hear that? Okay. And also another thing that this pandemic has taught me was to also look at the big picture of things. You know what I mean? Like I've always been a dreamer. Basically, I'm a Pisces, of course. We dream. We live in a dream world. But for my wedding, for example, this is my second marriage. So the first marriage, I went to the courthouse, so it was only me and him. This time I was like, no, I want all my friends there, I want my family there, we go, everybody gonna be there to celebrate with me. And I had, plans. I had everything drawn out. I had it mapped out. But I was already like this with it, with who to invite. But with this whole pandemic thing, it's like, okay, Mary, you don't need all those people there. Hell, you don't even want all those people there. Like, you just feel like you had to invite them by default. But no, I don't. It's my day. And I talked to my friends about it, and my friends are amazing. My friends are motivating, they're uplifting, and they don't tell me what I want to hear. They are real with me. But they were like, this is your day, however you want it to go, then that's how it's gonna go, no questions asked. And so with all this, it just helped me look at the big picture of things. It's not even about the celebration of it, it's more about the union. It's more about that 10 to 15 minutes that you spend before God, exchanging your vows. And that's all that really matters to me, is the union, the marriage, getting through that marriage together, and our future, how my life is going to change, once I get married. And that's what's important to me. So like, we decided to just do something small, with our kids and maybe our parents and our sisters and brothers, but for sure me and him and the kids, and have a celebration at a later time. But right now, that's just not how we're feeling right now. So the pandemic saved me thousands of dollars. Yeah, thousands of dollars. So I had that extra money that I was going to spend on the wedding as well, in my savings. So pandemic, it's not only a bad thing, it's also a good thing. A lot of people are going to come out of this strong. A lot of people are going to come out this more self-aware. A lot of people are going to come out this healthier, wiser. Like, I feel that this was a blessing and a curse in one, depending on how it hit you, and also on how you looked at it. You can look at it as a negative thing. You can, but also you have to be fair and look at a situation from both aspects. For me, the negative aspects of it would be, people, losing their lives and people losing their jobs. And the positive things about it is like, what are you gaining out of all this? What has this taught you? You have to sit down and be able to answer those questions. Like, what have you gained? And not focus on so much as what you have lost. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that lost their jobs, they probably didn't even like their jobs anyway. And they were probably like me, wanting to leave the job but didn't know how, because you were comfortable, you didn't want to start over. And for some, this pandemic helped that. It pushed you to do that. So for like me, it's like, I wanted to leave my job. I was too comfortable, didn't want to start over. And yeah, I was going to work miserable, headaches every day. It was just such a negative space. I was so overwhelmed to the point that sometimes I had to go to my car and just meditate. And it got to the point where I had to sage myself before I went to work. Yeah, sometimes I had to spray and sage inside around my desk. But I chose to leave my job. They were on some shady shit. I didn't know what was going on, but it was some shady and sneaky shit, so I just decided to walk out on my own. I knew it was going to be hard because I wasn't going to get unemployment because I quit, but everything turned out right. Okay, I'm not lacking for anything. I have everything I need. My bills are still getting paid, you know what I mean? Food is still in the freezer and the fridge, and my kids are still good, so I'm taking away good stuff from this. Everyone can look at it how they want to look at it, but I take away the good stuff from it. But most importantly is just that you have to sit and realize, what is this what did this try to teach you, or what did it teach you? You know what I mean? Like, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big believer that everything does happen for a reason, and a lot of the stuff is just part of the process. I mean, life is a journey. You know, you get some good, you get dealt some bad, but it's all part of the process, and it's how you react to the situation. So yeah, pandemic just taught me a lot about just being grounded, sitting and being still, listening, being obedient, looking at the bigger picture, speaking my truth, being authentic to who I really am, and not caring what anyone have to say about it. You know what I mean? I'm still human. I'm just a free spirit. That's all. I'm still human. And I'm not gonna allow anyone to categorize me or put me in a box. So yeah. But so yeah, I just feel this pandemic birthed the real me, the person that has been hiding down for damn near all my life. But the pandemic has shed, you know, all those facades and, you know, all that outer shell of who everybody else wanted me to be, and I'm standing in my purpose and I'm being who I am. So yeah, nothing really changed though. Still me. I just did a lot of inner work. Nothing on the outside changed, which I wish it would, because I gained a lot of water weight. Look at my face. A lot of water weight. But yeah, mostly everything that changed is inside. So I'm still the same Mary on the outside. It's just how I look is out is differently. But yeah, that's what the pandemic has taught me. I hope it has taught you a few things, good or bad. It's just, like I said, it's just how you look at it. It's really just how you look at it. But yeah, I hope everyone is staying safe, staying in the house. You know, this is not gonna get any better if we're out here at barbecues and shit every weekend. Like, is that even important right now? Like, I feel like my life is more important than having a barbecue, you know. And plus, I've always been a homebody anyways. I've always been a person that's always been by myself, so this doesn't really bother me. I'm actually loving it. But yeah, it's really not that serious, guys. You know, you can stay home and do some stuff at home. It's not that serious. But I wish everyone the best. I hope you're making great decisions. I hope you're taking this time to learn new things, to unlearn certain things that you were forced upon growing up, to be still, to reflect, to just recreate your story. Don't let anyone write your story for you. Don't let anyone tell your story for you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm recreating my story. Hence my journal that I made called The Makings of Me. It's all about recreating your story. It's it's like a bullet journal. Recreate your story, where you can bullet journal, and it has end of the week check-in. It's a weekly journal, so it's not a daily journal. It's a weekly journal, 16-week weekly journal. When you do end of week check-in, what did you learn about yourself this week, and what affirmations helped you get through the week. And it also has some quotes to help you along the way as well. But yeah, I'm using this myself, and some of the questions that I asked in this are some of the questions that I sat down and asked myself. Like, what makes you happy? What are your biggest fears? And, you know, stuff like that. So that's my Recreate Your Story journal, which is called The Makings of Me, because I am recreating myself and finding out what makes up the things of Mary Leandra. Like, who the hell is Mary Leandra? and I'm learning. And it's crazy that it's taken me this long. Like, I'm 37, y'all. Like, it's taken me this long to actually realize a lot of stuff. I'm not ashamed of it, nor do I regret it, because I learned a lot. But yeah, just take the time to be grateful, humble yourself, and just be grateful for the things that you do have, the things that you are blessed with, because when you show the gratitude towards the things you have, that creates space for you to get more of those things that you're thankful for. You complain, you're creating more things to complain about. So just be grateful, you know what I mean? And my other journal, Dear Universe Is Me, it has a space for you to journal, as well as a space for you to write down your things that you're grateful for, you're thankful for. Every day. This is a daily journal, but this is a weekly. This part right here is weekly, but it's a 30-day journal for you to journal and manifest the things that you want in your life by being thankful for the things that you already have in your life. And these are both on Amazon, and I will link them down below. But yeah, this is life, y'all. Shit is getting real out here, and you have to learn how to protect yourself. You have to learn how to stand in your truth, speak your truth, express yourself. You have to learn how to be able to sit and reflect on a lot of stuff, because if you're not able to think on your own, you best believe somebody's gonna be there to think for you and make those decisions for you. And that's not me. No, it's not me. So I hope everyone is being safe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay your ass at home. Until next time, everyone have a blessed weekend.